Today we're making enfrijoladas. Enfrijoladas are a close cousin to enchiladas, but you probably won't find them on your average Mexican restaurant menu. Good thing we can make them quickly and easily in our own kitchens. Let's get cooking. I've heated some vegetable oil over medium heat in a pan, and we are going to toast one tortilla at a time in that pan just to crisp it up a little bit. I'm using flour tortillas here. You could use corn tortillas as well. Either one works. While that tortilla is toasting, I'm going to put some pureed beans in a shallow dish, and we'll be dipping these toasted tortillas in our beans. Enfrijolada means wrapped or dipped in frijoles, in beans. So just like an enchilada is a dish that involves tortillas that are covered in chile sauce, enfrijoladas are tortillas that are dipped in beans. We are going to top our enfrijoladas with some leftover shredded chicken and cheese. Anything works here. It's really more of a technique than a recipe. So whatever fillings you have laying around, anything left over in the fridge would be a welcome filling for your enfrijoladas. Our tortilla is nice and golden on that first side. We've flipped it over and we're just going to allow it to toast on the other side. I'm constructing these as stacked enfrijoladas, so instead of rolled, which you could certainly do, we're stacking these. You can have 3 tortillas per enfrijolada. They're pretty filling. We stick with 2 tortillas per enfrijolada, but of course you can do whatever you'd like. You can make a really tall dish and then split it among multiple people. Also, ingredients are always in the description, but we're going to allow for about a half a cup of pureed beans per serving per 2 tortillas. All right, our tortilla has toasted on its other side. I'm going to set that in my dish here. Add a bit more oil to my pan. A little bit more than that. Put a second tortilla in the pan, and while that one is toasting, we are going to coat both sides of this first tortilla in beans, like so. Depending on how thick your bean puree is, you might need to kind of spread that a bit with a spoon or add a bit more on here. All right. And then to that, we're going to add, I have some leftover shredded chicken. So we're going to add that chicken. Shredded pork is nice here. You can do just cheese. Any kinds of vegetables, squash and corn are really great in these. You can kind of have the 3 sisters there, squash, corn, and of course the beans. And we're going to take I've got some crumbled queso fresco. I'm going to put that in the center. You can use shredded cheese, any cheese you like. All right, so I'm going to put that in the center here. We are going to wait for our other tortilla to toast, and then we're going to dip that in beans and top this off. All right, our second tortilla has toasted nicely. Depending on how many of these you make, you may want to do this well ahead and then reheat them all. I'm only making a few for dinner, and so I've already got an oven, my oven going at about 350 degrees just to kind of heat the centers of these, and then they'll all be ready to serve at once. Put a little bit more bean on top here. Just a little bit more than that. Top with a bit more crumbled cheese. I'm going to slide these into a low, or this one into a low oven to stay warm while I finish cooking. Our enfrijoladas have been in the oven for a few minutes, just getting nice and thoroughly warmed. Time to pull them out. One. And two. And take a taste. You can eat these just as they are. I'm going to top mine with a little bit of fresh salsa roja on one side and a little salsa verde on the other side. Recipes for these are also on the channel. There we go. And it is time to cut into it and see what that's all about. There we have a nice bite of enfrijolada, and you can see our beans or tortilla or chicken and cheese are all mingled in there, ready to take a taste. Ooh, hot, but good. Thank you for joining us, and the Chicana Kitchen. Check back again every Friday at 4 o'clock for a new video.